Can any one of you tell what is nested if else? Just tell
Yes,
me the
ma'am.
concept. Yes.
Yes, if we use if or else statement inside an if or else statement, then it's called nested.
Okay. When it is necessary, when it is required for us. Can you all see the screen? Can you all see Turbo C?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. 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 So can you tell me the necessity of using a nested if else?
Yes, ma'am. If there is any condition inside any condition, then we can use it.
Okay. Suppose, just take one live example. You are going through one road. Okay, main road you are going through. Then someone has given you direction that you take right. So you will be taking right. Okay. Then after taking right, after you walk for some road, you have again branching, that is left and right. So you need to decide whether you will go for left or right. So suppose your next direction comes from Google is left. So you have taken left. Then after taking left, again you have two branches, left and right. Okay, so again you need to wait for the direction whether you will take left or right. So it is not that straight away you will check one condition and you will enter to something. Here just example we have taken as road. So similarly, there may be many scenario when one condition checking is not always working out. Okay, after checking one condition, we can start doing something, but immediately after that I may need to check other condition, like right side of the road I have entered, then again I have two branches, left and right. So I need to know where to go. Okay. One more thing is one small interview question regarding that, because you have studied this. So few things I need to discuss. That is, suppose there was a question asked that today you are coming for interview. Interviewer is asking you, so today you got up early morning for interview and you waited for bus. So bus did not come. So you thought of going by tram, but tram also did not come on time. So you thought of going by auto. Auto also did not come. You thought of going by some private like private taxi or something. So this, if you want to for this, if you want to use any programming, which concept of programming, C programming concept you will be using. So can you tell me, can anyone of tell me how will you implement that programming concept for that scenario?
Ma'am, if we use multiple if,
Okay. Multiple if you can use. So your first if condition will be if this thing, like if some variable equals to bus, then printf you will give go by bus.
yes.
Okay. But the thing was, so it is not nested for loop. The thing was, we want to implement it like how it is. I'm just writing just few lines. I'm writing. So if I'm not writing completely, if suppose the variable is traveling, so for traveling I have taken t. So if t equals to bus, so if t equals to bus, so you will be going by bus. So for that your printf statement will be, I'm not writing exact syntax. Even in exam, even in interview, they will not be asking you always to write the exact syntax. They will be asking you to write the concept of that. Okay. Then second option is see else if. This is called else if. Else if is what? If it is bus, you will go by bus. Immediately, if it is not bus, your control will come to the next line. So maybe t equals to, it is not equals to. I think you all can remember, we have studied the difference between equals to and double equals to. Equals to means what? We are assigning the right side value to left side. Whereas double equals to means both side T and bus both are having some value, we are checking both the values. Okay, so you are checking that next time T is equals to tram or not. Tram or not. If it is tram, you should go by, you should have a printf statement. You should have a printf statement, that is you can write go by tram. Okay, go by, I'm just shortcut I'm writing. Again one more condition. So that condition you can give as again else if, and you can write the condition and you can give the printf statement corresponding to that. So if 3 option does not work out, so what we will do is we will go by walk. So in this case, suppose if I don't get tram also, bus also, taxi taxi also, or maybe like you got some taxi. So last option what I told, you need to go by auto. Okay, so last option is auto. So auto is the default option. I have not given semicolon and all because I'm just showing you how you can write just a code for a scenario, for a given scenario. So in this case you can give semicolon, that is a better practice. But after if there is no semicolon, because if is checking a condition, and for that what will happen, that should be written, then you will be giving semicolon. All of you, did you understood how we wrote this program? Yes or
Yes.
no? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you, okay. So if, then else if, n number of options you can write. And last one is if all those options does not work out, so you will be going by auto. So that is the thing where all the if and if else fails. So this program scenario, what was just told to you, you can write a program like that. So what we have learned from here is if, else. That is another construct. First construct what we have discussed is only if and only if. First day, if you remember, last week. So only if. After that we learned else if. Then we learned nested if. Then what we learned is if, else if and else. Okay, as of now I am just I don't require this. As of now I will remove it. Okay, as of now I will remove it, and I will ask you some questions which will make our concept more clear, for because if else if is not that difficult, it is all are same only, all are different options. But in this case, can you tell me the output? I will be just changing and asking you. Do you remember that after Vijayadashmi we took a variable like Rasgulla, and one more variable I have taken today as P. Okay, anything. Now P1 value I have assigned. Scanned Rasgulla variable's value, checked the value of Rasgulla is equals to 10 or not. If the value of Rasgulla is 10, then what will happen? Control will enter to these 3 lines. Yes or no? Control will enter to these 3 lines. Yes, control means what? C programming, C compiler will enter inside this if, and it will go for checking these 3 lines. Okay. If not, where the control will go? If this is false. If this is false, like this is not true, I have given a cross. So in this case, what will happen? This else will be executed. Now, suppose that Rasgulla value is given as 10. So in this case, what will happen? Control is here, but we have kept one more checking. That is if P equals to 20. So can you tell me, can you please tell me what will be the output of this program if I give the value of P equals to 920? What will happen?
No Rasgulla.
And Rasgulla value is given as 10 only. Rasgulla value is given 10 only. So what will be the output?
No Rasgulla print.
If I give, as of now, if I give the value of Rasgulla equals to 10, what will happen?
No ma'am, no Rasgulla printed. কারণ if p equal to 20 ওইটা তো ঠিক হচ্ছে না।
Okay, but think once again. You are telling if I give here, yes. Any other opinion? Any other opinion? Any one of you? Okay, let me compile, run and check the output. Okay, I am giving 10 for the value of Rasgulla. I have not printed. Okay, I will be printing next time. Okay, let me print. Okay, so suppose I have just printed the value inside. That will leave. As of now, I have not printed, so it will not come, or else I will save it. 1 second. Okay, now what will happen? You tell me. So let me check the output first. See, give Rasgulla is coming. Why it is coming? Why it is coming? Can you tell me? Why give Rasgulla is coming? Very silly question, but very important for the sake of interview. See, what you felt is Rasgulla value is 10. So one of you told, as I cannot see the name as of now because Turbo C's whole screen I have taken. So as you thought that p value is not matching, but can any one of you tell me p value is not matching? What will not happen and what will happen in this program? Where will the control go? Rasgulla value is 10. So in this case, you know what will happen? Control will enter inside this loop. So what is the difficulty for us to understand that as we feel that p equals to 20 is false, so we are immediately thinking in our mind that else part will execute, but it will not. Why it will not? Because this else is corresponding to this if. This if is corresponding to this else. Okay, so if the control does not enter inside this loop, a loop, it is not loop, in this bracket, in this case, if it does not enter, then only else part will execute. But once the control enters inside, it cannot go outside and print else. So in one line, I would like to tell you that either this outer if will execute or this outer else will execute. Any one of this. Once the control is inside this, else is invalid. If control does not enter inside if, then only else part will execute. Can any one of you tell me whether your understanding is clear or not? Or I will give one more example and show you.
Ma'am, why should we initialize that value of p?
I have just initialized. You can scan the value only. Okay, I have just initialized for simplicity. If you want,
Can you explain
Yeah.
with another example?
Okay. So see here, I will be executing the same program once again. What value I am going to give now? I will not give the value as 10. So analyze the program and understand. If I don't give the value as 10 for Rasgulla, because Rasgulla I am inserting and p value I have taken, it is not necessary that you need to take p value. You can scan p value, no problem. I have just given. If you want me to change, I will change. If I am not giving Rasgulla value equals to 10, what will happen? This if will be false. Is it clear for all of you? This if will be false. Yes or no? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So immediately
That's
what
not-
will happen? Okay, very good. So what will happen? Else part will execute. Let us check that. Let us check that. So I am going to give now Rashogolla value equals to something. Okay, 333 I have given. Okay, now let me check the output. So what is coming? No Rashogolla is coming. Is that clear for all of you?
Yes,
Is that
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Any doubt is
Yes,
there?
ma'am.
No. Now, if I give Rashogolla value equals to 10 means what you know? You will be here. You will be entering here. Y-O-U. Can you see? Control will enter here. Because Rashogolla value is true. Is that clear for all of you?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Earlier,
ma'am.
what was happening? We were not going here. We were directly coming to else because if a Rashogolla equals to 10 is false, so control was not entering inside these two bracket only. But now, when Rashogolla is 10, control must enter here in this point. Okay. So in this point, what I have? In this point, I have printf high. I have printf high. And I have one more printf also, that is give Rashogolla. But have you seen that high was not getting printed, only give Rashogolla was getting printed? Why it happened, you know? Because
P is false.
P is false. So if P is false, what will not happen, my children? This statement will not execute. This statement will not execute. The another statement, next onwards, any statement is there, that will be executed. Why? Because if you are not giving any bracket, did I give any bracket corresponding to this nested if? This is my nested if. Did I give any bracket corresponding to that? I have not given. But in the outer if, this is my outer if, I have given a bracket. So this full bracket I have given. So this whole thing is valid for Rashogolla value equals to 10. But if Rashogolla value is equals to 10, which is valid? Only one line is valid, not second line. So because already I told you that by default one statement, only this one statement high will be executed if P equals to true. Okay, but if P equals to true, the second statement will not be printed until and unless I am giving a bracket for that. Until and unless I am giving a bracket here. Okay, let me give a
Ma'am.
bracket. Where should I give bracket?
Ma'am, what?
Yes, tell me. I can't hear you clearly. Yes. Yes.
Am I audible now? Hello.
Your voice is breaking. I can hear you. Tell me.
Ma'am, now?
Now I can hear. Tell me.
Okay, ma'am, I was asking that, ma'am, why should we use that if that you used in the second statement? We can use only that if Rashogolla is equal to 10, else printf that one. So why should we use that P part?
Why should I
Yes.
use? Because I am discussing here nested if else concept.
Okay.
I am discussing here nested if else concept.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. So
Suppose-
ma'am, without this program will run, right?
Yes. What we have seen in the last week, no problem. Tell me.
Ma'am, what is the practical application of this concept?
That's what I told you. Two practical application. One is you have taken one turn. Right side, you are on the main road, you have taken right turn. Okay. So if you see two roads, you take right turn. So first if you have gone. Now after going to right side, you can have two roads again. Okay, so not that only one road is there in the right side and through that road you can reach your destination. You may not reach. You may have again diversion left and right. So one more time you need to check whether you should go right and you should go left. Okay. Again, after taking left, you can have right and left both option. That will take you to reach your destination. Your house from main road always cannot be through a direct road. You can take right, then again you will be having two branching left and right. Maybe, possibility I am telling. So you can take right. After taking right, maybe you have one more possibility of taking left and right. So how will you give your direction? If you see two roads, you take right. Then if you see two roads, take right. If you see again two roads, you take right, left, then you will be reaching your destination. So always in terms of one condition, you may not be able to express some situation. Other than that, three numbers are there. I need to find out which number is the maximum. So what will I do? Suppose I have 10, 11 and 12. I will check 10 is greater than 11 or not. Are you understanding? Among three numbers, I am checking that which number is the biggest number. Okay, which number is the biggest number. So what I should check practically, 10 is greater than 11 or not. So if it is true, what should I do? I will tell that 10 is bigger, yes or no. And if it is false, so what should I do if it is false? I will take 11 as bigger number. Clear? Now when I have third number, so first time I checked between 10 and 11, whichever is bigger, 11, that has to be again checked with the next number. So how many if I did? Here I have used one if. Now which one is the maximum I have selected? Then again I am checking if 11 is greater than 12, then I will call 12 as greater number. If 11 is greater, then I will call 11 as a greater number. So this is a practical situation I am telling. That was a story situation. This is a practical situation. I need to check one condition, and under that condition, I may need to check one more condition. Checking both the condition is necessary, where first one must be true. Keeping first one true, I need to check whether in second one also I have two options. Okay? Did you understood what I told?
Yes, ma'am.
Practical scenario.
Yes,
Two
ma'am.
numbers, I am checking first two. Whichever is bigger, that number I need to again check with third number. If fourth is there, again whichever is bigger, I need to check it with the next number. So how many times I am using if, that depends on how many numbers I have. So I will be continuously nesting, because from first nesting, whichever answer I will get, that answer only I need to check with second one. So I need an answer before I check the third one with the result of first one and second one. Okay, so this is a practical example program for having nested for loop. Here I have just, yes.
I have a question. Like,
Yes.
ma'am, if we make a program where there are more than one if-else condition, then will all the if-else condition execute if all are true?
See, in the case of if-else, all cannot be true. Why all cannot be true? Because based on a single variable, you are checking the condition. I will tell you. Very good question you have asked, because we are in the beginning condition. Suppose I have one if. Okay. So when you are checking if a equals to 0 or not, a equals to 0, you are checking. You are taking some decision. Next, else if you are checking a equals to 9 or not, you are printing something. Again you are checking else if else if A equals to 99 or not. Now, last one is else. You see one common thing. You are always checking the value of A. Okay. So value of A can be together 0, 9 and 99. Can it be?
No, ma'am.
No. Always I told you memory map. When A is a variable, so A variable cannot be having multiple values at a time. It can have multiple values. First 0, but moment I will be writing A equals to 99, 0 will be overwritten by 99. So I can have only one value for A. So out of all if else, only one will be true. There cannot be multiple possible option at the same time. So if I want to go for multiple possible option, then under one if, I have to take another if. Okay, if I want to introduce one more variable, I need to give a bracket and I need to give, suppose you want to introduce, that is only one nested for you. So B you are checking with 77. So whatever is the result. So inside that, if you are multiple times, you are using B, if again B equals to 99, you are printing something like that, some else statement you have given, and then you have closed it. So what it means that for A value, A specific value, one if only will execute, either first one or second one or third one or last one. Now inside that you can use another variable. Okay, but in the same chain, this if else and else, these four are in the same category. This is the base category, whereas this if and else, where B is checked with some value, that is the nested one. So nested one can have different variable, but the straight away which all you are checking, all are having the same values. Okay, so that possibility, what we are assuming, is not possible.
Ma'am, suppose
Yes.
if A has a value 10, okay,
Okay,
then our first condition is A is
false.
how?
First is 10. First we have taken 0.
No, ma'am, the value of A is 10, okay?
Okay, value of A is 10.
10.
Huh.
And then our first if condition is A
False.
is
A is equals to 0. So A is not 0,
no,
na?
ma'am. No, ma'am, not A is equal to 0, but A is greater than 1. And other condition is A is greater than 2. Then both are true now.
Both are true. In this case, both will execute. In this case, it will not happen. Like if you are yes, what type of things you are telling, that we cannot cannot implement by using equals to. If you want to execute that, you have to take the greater than or greater than equals to something. So in this case, yes, in this case it is possible. In the case of
Ma'am, both condition will
yes,
execute?
in this case both will execute, and in this case both the things, like what all you are printing, that will be getting printed. Greater equals to for this case, because A greater than 9 is also true, A greater than 0 is also true, but usually we won't do like that. Logically it will happen, all will be printed, but usually we don't do. We do for some cases where there is a confined range. Okay, we usually don't apply the program for that, but logically yes, we can do it. Because if you are all the values are greater than 10, like you have taken here, like suppose you have taken here greater than 10, so you have taken here 199. Here what example you told is you have taken 330, so both are greater than A, so both the cases it will execute. Then what is the use of using if else? If else is used when one of the condition is true. Mainly the purpose of that, there are multiple condition, you need to pick a condition. So this is logically true, but usually we don't use if else like that, where the multiple if else will be true. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I have tried sometimes when all conditions are true, but only first condition get executed. sometimes.
But that should not happen. If you are sometimes compiler to compiler it varies, but if two are true, both should be executed. And if you get such things, why you have got is if else I told you that compiler to compiler some difference will be there. In this case I will tell you the reason why you have got, because the first condition is true. Actually no, if I thought of starting switch case today, if I can come out of this, I will start switch case. There I can make you understand more easily. Actually in the case of if else, all control must go through all. Control must go through all. But what happened for that compiler is, because if else, in the case of if else, only one will be true. So maybe your first one was true. So first one got executed and it has gone out of total if else. So that is why you might have gone only one as true. But
Yes,
maybe
ma'am, yes,
or maybe first one was false, second and third both were true. So second one was true. So second one got executed. Third one might not have got executed. Okay. But in real life we will not take both as true. Then why? Because like it can happen, not that I can tell you forcefully it will never happen. It can happen, but most of the cases we take all the separate issues in all the different if else. Okay. Now any other question is there? Otherwise I will just clarify this one once again. Okay.
Ma'am,
Tell
if
me.
we use the brackets if in the if condition,
Huh.
then we give the Rasagolla value as 10, then will it come any output, ma'am? There will be any output.
That's what we have given Rasagolla value as 10. Okay. Now what we have seen is, see, I have not given this bracket and I have executed. Do you remember? So in this case what will happen, you know, because P is false, so printf high will not be executed, but give Rasagolla will be executed. Is it clear for all of us?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, it is clear. Rasagolla is 10, so we have entered inside, no question of going to else part. Now second condition is checked. P is true, P is false. So under this if, which condition, which statement is there? Printf high statement is there. But printf high is the only statement under if P equals to 20, which is false. So it has not got executed. You can consider this one as an isolated statement. Okay. In the sense it is not related to this inner if. Okay. So you have seen, even though if the Rasagolla value is 10 and P is false, but still give Rasagolla is getting printed. Did all of you understood that concept?
Yes, ma'am.
If no, please tell me. Okay. Now you tell me immediately if you have understood. If I am giving a bracket here, because one bracket can create lot of difference in the program. So this is the importance of bracket, you must need to learn. And one more thing, you know how to give this. See, I should not keep it in the same line. I will be keeping it in just for clarity and just for better understanding. If I will move this, I will always tell you to follow this convention. If you don't do, nothing will happen, but still you need to follow. Okay, for better understanding. I'm going to next line, and this bracket I'm moving one line. It means what? Control is inside this. So if is checked, P equals to 20 or not. If it is true, these two lines will be executed. And if it is false, what will happen? P is false here, right? So what will happen? Both the lines will not be executed. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, both the lines will not be executed. Okay, this came because we have written another program. So that is why let us run and check. I'm giving Rasagolla value as 10. So it is true. we have entered inside the first if, and we have got another if which is false. See, which is false. So did I get this printed?
No, ma'am.
These two did not get printed. Okay. When
Ma'am.
you asked, yes.
Ma'am, if 2 second brackets mute the older second 2 brackets. If I mute, then if P20 executes.
Yes. This if I mute, this you don't want to give, so obviously I will remove this. So in this case, there will be any change in the program, you feel? Will there
No,
be any
ma'am.
change? No. Very
There is
good.
also execute if P20.
Why? Because see, under this if, okay, let me keep it as it is. Under this if, what I told, only one statement will be executed. So this second if will be executed, yes or no? Even if I don't give any bracket.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And under this I have two lines. So I have given bracket. So under this both the things will be executed. Okay. So no problem in that. I can do that because I actually what I want the program to do, I should arrange the bracket like that. I want second if to come under first if, and there is only one if under one if. So second if I don't put inside bracket, there is nothing for that. Nothing is going to happen for that. Okay. Very good question. So 1 minute. I will be just starting with another small concept. Okay. Have you all seen that you have the switch in your home, right? You have the switch in your home. You all have seen the switch. So you have many switches. So if you click on one switch, so fan will open. If you click on one switch, your light will be on. If you click on one switch, microwave will be on. Like that it is. So switch statement, what it does, it works somewhat similar to the way we operate the switch in our home. You see one small program and try to understand. I have taken one integer as number. First, other than first you don't try to understand any concept. I will just tell you the program, you see how much you can understand. Then I will tell you the concept and varieties of it. I have a main. Okay, main int I have taken. So at last I have given return 0. No doubt in that. I have taken a number and I have taken a variable number. I have assigned a 0 value. If you don't assign, nothing will happen. I am asking user to enter one value. Okay, so user has entered one value. What is the variable name? Variable name is number. All of you have understood? One variable I have taken, that is integer, 2 bytes of memory allocated. Now I am asking user to enter a value for number. So what is number? Number is, suppose the user has entered number 10. Now, suppose this number 10 is nothing but a switch among your all the cases. So what is the case in our example? One case is light, one case is fan, one case is microwave. So there are many cases. Okay. You have clicked on only one case. Which case you have clicked on? Phone. Similarly, here you have entered 10. So which case you have clicked? First case you have clicked. First case is what? Case 10. Second case is what? Case 50. Third case is what? Case 100. You see the program now with all the clarities. I have written switch and given the variable name which I have scanned. What is the variable name? Number. What is the value I have given? 10. So giving 10 here means actually what is happening? SWITCH of 10. Is this much clear for all?
Yes, ma'am.
it will become switch of 10. From switch case, many basic questions will be asked. There are many varieties. So please try to understand it with maximum clarity. So it happened switch 10. All of you have understood? Any doubt is there? Number is a variable. You have scanned the number. You have given 10. So switch off number. So it has become switch off 10. Now in switch case statement, what will happen? This is a common syntax of switch case. I am giving this one down. These 3 lines, case with number, then something which has to be executed, like print the number is equals to 10. Here you have printed, and last one is break. These 3 statements are mandatory for any switch case statement. Okay, there can be multiple cases in the program. How many cases I have, my dear children? I have kept 3 cases. Can you understand 3 cases? I have given little gap for clear understanding. One is case 10. One
Yes,
is
ma'am.
case
Can you
50.
repeat the break? Ma'am, can you repeat the break?
I will repeat. I did not tell break yet. So case 10, case 50 and case 100. I have some statement corresponding to case 10. If case 10 is true, case 10 is true means what you know? These 10 will be checked with this 10. If both are equal, then this line will be executed. Suppose if I have not yet told break. If you would have executed 100, what would have happened? Directly control would have gone from this point, like this point to this point. So in switch case, I would not have gone for these 6 lines if the number value is equals to 100. So directly I would have hit to this case. What is the advantage of this? If it is if else and third condition is true, control would have gone and checked first line, then second else if, third else if, fourth else if, and whichever is true that would have got executed. Okay, but in this case, what is the first advantage over switch case? First advantage of switch case over if else is whatever is the value of the variable you are passing inside switch. If that case is present, control will directly go to that case. This much is understandable. So if I have 10, directly will go to 10. If the number you have entered is 50, will go directly to 50. I won't go through 10. If I have 100, I will directly go to 100. Now question comes, if I have some other value, I have 105. Do I have any case for 105? No, I don't have any case for 105. So in this case, what will happen? In this case, default case will be executed. So default case is just like else part of if else statement. Okay, so when you have not entered 10, 50 or 100, we have taken a printf statement that number is not equals to 10, 50 or 100. So you have entered some other thing which is not 10, 50 and 100. It is beyond our limit to print that it is 10, 50 or 100. So we cannot do that. So default case is corresponding to that. Now coming back to the analysis of one case, I have pressed 10. So I have gone to 10 case. Now printf number is equals to 10 got printed. Now why break is required? Break is required to take the control, come out of the loop. So your control will be here. You will be here. You will be here. Okay. So what we are saving here is we should not go through rest of the program which is under switch statement. So these all case checking we have actually saved by using break. Let me repeat. As you have given the break, so directly we will be going out of switch case statement, not out of program, out of switch case statement. So where you will be here. Okay, so that is the significance of break statement in switch case. Okay, in general, how much I told? Do you have any doubt for that?
Ma'am, can we mix switch case and if else condition?
No. Yes, I can mix. How can I mix? In one case, inside one case, I can take one if. I can take if case 10. I will give you one example also. Suppose this one I have taken for first year student. This case I have taken for the details of second year student. This case I have taken for the details of third year students. So I have taken 3 cases corresponding to first year, second year and third year. Now I am giving all the first year student details in that. Okay, so you can have a if statement inside case 1 is like if the student is from section, student is from electrical, student is from mechanical. So inside that you can again have if, else if, again else if, and ... else you can have, because case 1 is designed for what? For all first year student details. So in first year students details, if you want to go for some controversy, like if they are like that, you give them this. If they are like that, if they are from engineering drawing, civil, give them T and drafter. If they are for computer science, give them computer. Okay, they are for mechanical, give them this instrument. Okay, so like that if you want to do, so you can have it. But here main thing is not if else, main thing is case only. Inside case, yes, you are allowed to use switch case. Inside to that, you are allowed to use if else. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. If you don't have any other doubt, I will be telling you the interview question frequently asked. That is, if else, first of all, 2 things. What will be frequently asked in interview? That what is the advantage of if else over switch case over if else? That is, whichever whichever number you are working on switch, like in bracket what you are going to pass, directly that case it will hit. Okay, one advantage. Second advantage is because you have break. So suppose your case is case 2, your number here is 2. So in this case, if your number here is 2, it won't go through 3. It won't go through case 3 because break is there. Break will take the control out of the switch case. So that is the second thing. Third thing is you can use any kind of cases. As you have seen that first case we have taken as 10. Second case what we have taken? Second case we have taken as 50. So it cannot be in order. Okay, it cannot be in order, and it cannot be in ascending order also. I can have case 5000. Take one example, real life example. Suppose case 1 is corona cases in West Bengal. Case 2 is corona cases in Bangalore. Okay, so depending on the number of cases in the state, there will be different state rule for going from one state to another state. So this is the corona number for first state, for second state, third state. So for every state there will be different rules and regulations. So there is no such restriction that you can have the first case as 10, second case higher than 10, and third case more higher than that. You can have the case numbers ordered in any way. Next interview questions to be asked from case is, switch case is used for which kind of variables? Like, can we use switch case for all kind of variable? Like, can we have integer as case? Can we have floating point as case or character as case? No, we cannot have. We cannot have Okay, let me show you here first. I cannot have a case number. I cannot have a case number floating point. Like I cannot have a case 3.4. Okay, so let me first tell you it works for which two things. It works for integer and it works for character. It works for integer and character. So character means obviously you are expecting something, that is ABCD. But when you are keeping anything in single quote, okay, that will be treated as a character. Any single value can be inserted by our keyboard is called a character. But in this case, what is the difference between integer 6 and character 6 is, integer 6 means we would have written it directly. Character 6 means we must have to place it in the quote. Is it clear? That is another thing in the context of interview. I have a case 6 and I have a case 6 as a character. Did you understood the difference between these two? If I have a case 6 as character, this is the way of writing. If I have a case 6 as integer, this is the way of writing. And 6 can be written as integer and character just by writing it simply or by writing it in the quote. So coming back to the point, switch case is used for only case number integer or case number character. Okay, it is not applicable for any other data type. Did you understood what I told? I cannot have a case 6.5. Is it understandable by all of you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
doubt is there? Any doubt is there? Okay. So you can just quickly see another variety for the sake of interview, valid switch. So when I have a valid switch, what I can do, see here, X, Y, Z are integer, A, B character, and F is taken as float. So valid case is I can take switch X because X is integer. I can even give a relation, that is X greater than Y. I can given A plus B minus 2. What does it mean? Switch is valid for one expression also. Okay, switch, this is for switch validity and invalidity. I'm not telling about case. I will come to case now. So switch, inside the switch statement, when you are writing A plus B minus 2, so suppose A plus B is 2, so it will be 2 minus 2. So switch 0 means what? Switch 0 means if case 0 is there, it will hit to that case. Is it understandable?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, for all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Whereas in the second, X greater than Y. So X greater than Y means it will be X greater than Y. So it will be true or false. So I must have kept the cases by using true or false. So if it is true, so true case like character I need to take. So true case will be executed. If X is greater than Y is false, so false case will be executed. Similarly, switch case will work out for function. I'm not going for that. But please remember, because we don't know function, so as of now I cannot explain you. It means one function will be called. Okay, so how the function will be called in switch case is little complicated, little more, some more concepts are required. So I'm not discussing that. Now invalid switch are what? Switch of F. F is what? F is a floating point. Okay, so switch does not work out on floating point. Similarly here X plus of 2.5. X is integer. You are adding a integer with floating point. So in this case also it does not work out. Now coming to the valid case and invalid case, which we have just now discussed. So valid case is what? It can be case 3, it can be character A, it can be plus like integer addition 1 plus 2, it can be characters in between character greater or lesser. Okay, but it will not be this fourth case. I need to show you. It is you need to know some more concept before that. Some string concept you must know, comparison concept you must know. So as of now, don't go for valid fourth case, but you just get to know that it is valid. Invalid cases. Invalid cases are floating point, that is invalid. Second case, invalid case. Why it is invalid? Because X is a character, but you have not used any quotation for that, any single quote for that. Okay, that is why it is invalid case. You cannot write x plus 2 because you cannot write x plus 2. Both the things should be same. Like both, you can write 1 plus 2, but it should not be one variable with one given integer. Fourth case is you cannot write more than one cases at a time. Like you may think, no, let me cover more and more integers. Let me write 1, 2, 3, 4, comma in one case. So for all the values of the number, suppose number is 1, 2, 3, whatever, this case will be executed. No, it will not be executed. You can have only one value for case statement. Only one value for case statement. Like case 6, you cannot write here 6, 7, 8, and you should not think that if number is 6 or 7 or 8, for all the cases this case will execute. Okay, is it clear, my dear children?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any doubt you can ask?
No, it's all okay.
Okay. So your home task for this week is you must be executing one switch case statement in next Saturday. You must be showing me. Okay, switch case by using character and switch case by using integer. Okay, and you should be using different things. Like I will ask you to share the screen and show. Okay, so I will be expecting few of you will be doing, or you can switch on your video and you can show your program. Okay, any way you feel, you can share, or you can take your mobile, project it on your laptop. Or
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Question is, you will be taking two kind of 1 minute. You will be taking two kind of switch case statement, where some kind of like this, where you are using switch on some integer, and one program you will be taking where you are using switch on some character. Okay, so this program is for just printing 10, 50 and 100. So you should only make a program where your input will be integer and program will not be this one. It can be any other program or any other concept. Okay, so concept is, you need to form a concept so that you can make a question. I'm not giving you any specific question. So two cases where one case will be integer and case will be character. Okay, it should be something valid. Okay, please write your understanding in chat box.
Ma'am, can I use def C++?
You can use. You can use.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All of you write your understanding in chat box quickly. Okay. All of you, everyone. Okay, thank you so much. All of you write. Okay. And if you don't have any question, you can leave after writing. I want all 55 answers. I want all 55 feedback. Okay. Very good. Very good. Please practice it at home. Okay. Thank you so much.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I have question from yesterday class, not from today class. One.
Okay. Okay.
GTHCH. There is one thing, get CH. What is this?
Get CH is directly you can print something like I'm going to output screen and I'm showing you the output. Okay, next class I will show you. Okay, please remember.